Hello everybody, what it is, Boxie Nigma here. Hopefully you there. It's 5 o'clock on the dot on a Saturday night, which means that we are only right now exactly 20 hours from the kickoff of the very first football games played on a Sunday. I know obviously we had the game the Thursday night game, the Packers and the Saints, which was a nail-biter and a great game I might add. But tomorrow there's the big day. All the teams, except for the teams playing on Monday night, everyone plays tomorrow. It's fun. Right now, every single fan has reason to be excited because every single team has the same record. Everyone has a clean start. Enough about last year. This year is what it's about. There could be Jaguars fans talking about how their team's going to be the team this year, and no one can tell them they're wrong because it's 0-0 for every team across the board. With that being said, welcome to the Boxie Breakdown. Every single week I'm going to go through my top 6 games to look at. I'm going to give you a game to stay away from. You're going to have my top 3 picks, my underdog special of the week. You're going to have Sunday night and the Monday night. This week a little different. You're going to have 2 underdog Sunday night, 2 Monday nights. So you have something to sink your teeth into. I love the NFL. It's my absolute favorite sport. If you were there for my preview, welcome back. Thanks for coming. And if you're new, by all means, go grab yourself a beverage. My beverage of choice today, a little Perrier water. I think it's phenomenal. And let's get right into this here. We got my number 1 pick in looking at the 6 games. And remember, the whole point of this idea is to get a couple of shekels in your pocket. I want you to get money from my picks. Am I an expert? No, but most experts only are 50-50 anyway. So I feel like, why not take a listen to my picks and listen to my reasoning for picking them? Let's jump right into it. I'm going to go with my number 1 pick, my best bet of the week. After I have a little Perrier. And that is going to be the Cleveland Browns at home. I am stunned they are not more than a touchdown favorite over the Bengals. This has to be the number 1 game to pick this week. Browns at home. You're going to have the dog pound there going, and it's insane being, giving those Browns what they need. And I think the Browns, no injuries. That's also something about week 1. That's why you stay away from week 1, because everyone is looking to jump in there and start the season off fresh. But I think the Browns are one of those teams that are like right below the teams that could potentially make the playoffs this year. Do I think they'll make the playoffs? No, but I think 8-8 is an absolute possibility. You have Colt McCoy. He started to show some promise last year. You also have, obviously, Peyton Hillis, who's on the cover of Madden. Look out for him. But, you have a couple of talented players on that team, and I think that with a new coach this year, and I think they're going to show a lot. You also have Josh Cripps, who can basically score at will whenever he feels like it. And the Bengals, they're a mess, an absolute mess. You don't have any real reason to be excited. They have a rookie quarterback coming in, the whole Carson Palmer thing. They want to try to play hardball with the guy, so they're not going to trade him. That's absurd. So, my number 1 pick, easily, Browns at home, 6.5, take them over the Bengals. My number 2 pick, and this is really difficult. There's a couple of picks I want to look at here before I get to my upset special. Could easily go with the Eagles over the Rams by 4, and go with the Giants by 3 over the Redskins. But I don't like to take a team on the road, especially during week 1 when everyone's fans are there. I even looked at the Falcons by 2.5 over the Bears. But you have those such insane fan bases that are coming to will their team on, and every team believes they can do it. Week 1 is such a tough week to pick a road team. So I'm not going to go with any of those games. I say stay away from those games. I know you've heard the hype of the Eagles, you've heard the hype of the Falcons. I'll tell you, the Rams and Bears, those are no 2 slouches. They'll be all right. So for my number 2 pick, it's going to be the Chiefs by 5.5 over the Bills. I know a lot of people like what the Bills have done. I'm one of those people. I think the addition of Brad Smith is going to be huge for them, especially if he's working out of a quarterback position. They've also done great things on defense. But I just think the Chiefs are also looking for something to prove. They came out last year, they won the division, and everyone, including myself, is picking the Chargers to go in there and win the AFC West. So I'm taking the Chiefs by 5.5 over the Bills. I think the Chiefs can get this done. I think even though the injury to Tony Moeki's crippling for them, as I said in my preview, I think that they'll be all right this week. I think I take them over the Bills. Fitzpatrick's decent, but he seems to make a lot of mistakes, and still the Bills are still pretty young, so I'm going to go with the Chiefs at home as my 2nd pick. Underdog special of the week. I'm stunned this team's an underdog. I saw this and I was like, woo! Thank goodness I won't have to take a chance on the Vikings. My pick, my underdog special, is going to be the Tennessee Titans. I know they're on the road. They're 1.5-point dogs, but I like what the Titans have done. Yeah, Matt Hasselbeck coming in there, veteran quarterback presence. I think, you also have Chris Johnson, one of the best running backs, who he wants to prove that he's worth that contract that he got, the ridiculous contract. And I think this is week 1 for Chris Johnson. He always has a crazy week for week 1. Jaguars have holes all over the place. That's the Maurice Jones-Drew show, and that's all you got now that you got rid of David Garrard in a move I still don't think is at all explainable. Luke McCown, why are they favored? I understand they're at home, but their fan base doesn't even usually show up for their games. So I give the Tennessee Titans the win here. They're 1.5 underdogs, so technically they could still lose if we can get this, but I think you're safe if you're underdog special, if you want to get a little fancy. You can even go this straight win, I think, on the Titans. I think the Titans have enough there to get some things done. They have enough weapons, and I think with the veteran quarterback presence of Matt Hasselbeck, it should be all right. I think the team's probably going to end up 8-8. I don't think the Jaguars are going to be anywhere near there. So that's where I'm looking at. Titans are my underdog special. Then we get to Sunday night. New York Jets, Dallas Cowboys, game of the week in my opinion. No disrespect to the Ravens and Steelers. No disrespect to the Lions and Bucks. Game of the week is going to be your Jets. 9-11. Everyone's talking about the 9-11 Bowl at home, playing host to the Dallas Cowboys. I really like both of these teams a lot. I picked both of them to make the playoffs. I picked the Jets to make the Super Bowl. But I think 5.5, even though it's a lot, the Jets really don't beat up on anybody. Let's be honest, last year. There was not a team up and down. They play everyone tough. They play the Patriots tough. They play the Lions, who were terrible last year, tough. They find a way to win. But I think this game is going to be a statement game for the Jets. I think they're focused on the regular season this year. The Cowboys have a ton of weapons, but Miles Austin's a little banged up. So that means you pretty much put Revis on Des Bryant, and I think the Jets will be all right. I don't think Austin's going to beat the factor. He can be. So I look for the Jets at home on 9-11. I mean, this team has come out and said, we're winning this for New York. I thought it was a dumb move to do, but if you are going to say that, no damn sure win. I think they will. So I'm taking the Jets, 5.5 points. I hate betting on the Jets because I usually pick them. It's a hard pick. You know how it is. Jets, 5.5, take them over the Cowboys. Which leads us to Monday night, probably the greatest night in football, and that it's a doubleheader on Monday night. I love it. I wish they do this more often, maybe a mid-season deal, maybe a last game of the season deal, but I like this. It starts the season off right. You got the New England Patriots heading into Miami. The New England is 7-point favorites, and I think this can get real ugly for Miami. That's the one of the teams, I think they're the AFC equivalent of the Giants. First off, they made it clear that it doesn't matter what Tony Sparano does, I don't think he's going to be back next year. So what is he even, I mean, like, it's going to be really hard for him to know that he's going to be losing his job to get this team to play up they can. I know it's the first game of the season, they're at home, but I'm going to definitely take the Road Dogs on this one. Patriots by 7 over Miami. You're going to see the new pieces into place. I think they'll be good. You have Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. You got Chad Ochocinco complimenting Wes Welker for Tom Brady. I'm picking the Patriots on the road by 7 over the Dolphins. In my opinion, that's a pretty good pick. That's a lock. But get on it early because I can see you going up to 7.5, and that's when that gets tough. That 7 points allows you for a break even. So, all right, man. Then we lead to our final game of the week, first week. And remember, it's a tough week, but it's as usual. The Oakland Raiders will be Monday night, 10 o'clock, against the Denver Broncos heading into Mile High Stadium. Both these teams, I think, are going to be disappointing this year. I think Denver's tough because I think they do have a good quarterback and some talent. I like Brandon Lloyd. I like Noshawn Moreno. And I think that Kyle Orton's a great quarterback, but you put a lot of pressure on him to really, be on top of his game, knowing that Tim Tebow's breathing right down his neck for that starting quarterback job. So, or even Brady Quinn. I mean, they have two possible great guys who can come in and lead this team. So it's got to be tough for Orton. I think Orton's one of the most underrated quarterbacks. He's poised. He's a veteran. He's good. And then you look at the Raiders and you got Jason Campbell. That's the Darren McFadden show over there. They don't got too much. They lost Zach Miller. I think that's going to be big for them. And Raiders, I mean, until you get new ownership, let's be honest, you don't got much going on. So, I mean, take a look at the fact that you have the defender over there that you got from New England who's making more money than any non-quarterback in the league. Look it up. Write it down. I'm thinking maybe Chris Johnson's new contract, but I don't think so. I think Richard Seymour still has the #1 pay, and that's just absurd to pay a defender that much money. That's all I got for you guys. My picks again. My best bet of the week is going to be the Browns by 6.5 over the Bengals. Then I got Sorry, got a little distracted. Then I got my underdog special, the Tennessee Titans, over the... You can go ahead. No big deal. Sorry, somebody behind the camera, little stuff going on over there, and I apologize. Tennessee Titans over the Jacksonville Jaguars for my underdog special. My other pick is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs over the Buffalo Bills by 5.5. Sunday night, I got the Jets by 5.5 over the Cowboys. Big shocker where I picked the Jets. I'm probably picking to go 16-0 because of what a fan I am, but that is a tough one, though, if I'm being honest. I'd stay away from it if it wasn't on Sunday night. Monday night, I got the Patriots by 7 over the Dolphins, and I got the Broncos by 3 over the Raiders. That's about all I got for you guys this week. Again, proceed with caution. It's the first week of the season. I like to take a week, sit back there, study out the teams for a week at least, and before jumping in. But I know a lot of you guys are just waiting to get rid of that cash and make some money, so I hope I could be of some help. And thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking this out. And go ahead and good luck, man. Go make some money. I'm ready for some football. I'm pretty stoked. I'll be a little tired today. I don't have that energy I did on Thursday, but maybe we'll get back for week 2 a little bit more energetic. Thank you guys very much again for your time. Apologize again for the lengthy video. Just got a lot to say. That's all for this week. I am Boxie Nigma. You be well.